Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive on in. And let's first start off with the fact that DCENT Wallets is holding a major event right now until November 16th. If you purchase a DCENT wallet, I'm going to drop a link down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. If you guys go and get a DCENT wallet right now, you can actually fill out a form on their website. It's at the top, where they are giving away 200 Algorand right now. And as you guys are all aware, if Algorand does make it back to $1 plus, the all-time high was nearly $3. That means that your 200 Algorand could very well be worth $200 to $400, which would cover the DCENT wallet fully and essentially give you a free cold storage wallet. So if you guys do want to take advantage of this massive offer from DCENT Wallet, you guys are more than welcome to, with the links down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. It's going to be at the top, just to make sure that you guys don't miss it. So if you guys do want to go get this, it's a limited time only. I highly suggest everybody go out and get a DCENT wallet right now, especially as we prepare for the next major run up in the market. Now, with that being said, let's dive on in, guys. We are in for a treat. There has been so much announced in the last 24 hours. You're going to have to stick around until the end of this video, because we are going to go over everything from top to bottom on how Ripple is literally tapped in a $10 trillion asset class already in itself. Listen, as we look at crypto, there's no way that you can look at this space today and say, yeah, crypto is just a fad. It's going to pass. It's going to be, it's whatever. It's garbage. There's no way. I mean, there's a lot of trash in this space, but as we actually look at crypto, I'm telling you, I have watched and I've witnessed this entire market go from, oh, it's just hype, it's hype, it's hype, it's going to die out, it's going to die out, to all of a sudden the largest players are now looking into it and saying, wow, this thing is serious. Like, we can't ignore this anymore. And we're at that point. We're at the turning point. And what's crazy about all of this, what's crazy about everything that we have been talking about and going over, some of the stuff that we have talked about was speculation, but it has now morphed into reality, because it's so hard for the traditional giants of the world to turn a blind eye to something that is ultimately going to revolutionize and transform everyday life, especially in the traditional financial space. Now, what $10 trillion opportunity are we talking about? Well, we're talking about custody services. Listen, Brad Garlinghouse has talked about this in the past, but as we look at what is going on now, it's so clear in my mind that Ripple and even XRP, that's right, even XRP is 100% tapped in. Let's dive into this. I think this deserves a boom, because listen, we have seen statements around this space where we see, boom, this is huge. Well, and all of a sudden you look at it and it's like, why are we even talking about boom? This actually deserves it, right? Like, outside of clickbait, outside of things like that, like, this actually deserves it, because this is a huge announcement. HSBC, which is one of the largest banks out there, announced tokenization of the securities market. Now, what's very interesting about this, right, is that the DTCC has recently jumped in to, of course, the securities market with DLT, which, by the way, for those that don't know, the DTCC settles $2.4 quadrillion per year. But we know that HSBC is now actually looking into Medico and tapping into Medico for these custody services. I'm going to be going over later on in this video on how big of a move this actually is and how large of a giant HSBC actually is as well. But here we have HSBC to offer tokenized securities custody services for institutions. Literally, institutions. The platform planned for 2024 complements its new offering for tokenized gold, as well as one of the issuing digital assets. And if you guys did miss it, yes, HSBC became the first bank in the world, a historical moment, to offer tokenized gold that uses a DLT. And this is for institutional clients. And the physical gold is going to be held in the bank's London vault. Remember what I've talked about. London. It all starts in London. And this is all through API as well. This is very, very interesting. And we even see here, in addition to demand for native digital assets, we are seeing appetite for tokenization solutions that can maintain a link to specific real world use cases such as gold. But going back to this overall announcement, right? Check this out. HSBC, one of the world's largest banks, said it plans to start a digital assets custody service for institutional clients focusing on tokenized securities in conjunction with Swiss crypto safekeeping specialist Medico. Guys, the world is changing. We have to wake up to it. Going over to this actual announcement, we do see once live in 2024, literally next year, the custody service will complement HSBC Orion, the London-based bank's platform for issuing digital assets, as well as a recently introduced offering for tokenized physical gold, HSBC said in a statement. Together, the platforms will form a complete digital asset offering for institutional clients, the bank said. Banks and financial institutions are bringing a range of real-world assets onto blockchains, both private ledgers and public ledgers like Ethereum, in a process known as tokenization. Even last month, regulators in Singapore, which Ripple has made massive strides in, Japan, again, Ripple has made massive strides in, the UK, I mean, literally almost every single area, Ripple has become a giant. And Switzerland said they will test tokenization for fixed income, foreign exchange, and asset management products. Remember, we just talked about this in an Alliance Block video, actually. We were talking about, tokenization. The FX market, foreign exchange, $7.5 trillion per day market. The UK makes up 38% of that. HSBC pointed out its custody plans for now involve tokenized securities issued on third-party platforms, e.g. private and or public blockchain compatible tokenized bonds or tokenized structured products, not for custody of cryptocurrencies or stablecoins. Guys, I don't think you guys realize how big of a move this really is. This is so damn exciting. Medico remains focused on delivering the most robust digital asset custody platform on the market for financial institution clients. Also, with the strong backing of Ripple, we're excited about our growth outlook and continue to invest in people and technology. And big shout out to Crypto Insight UK, actually. He was recently at the Swell event, and we actually seen a quote from Adrian Tresani, who is the Medico CEO. In partnership with Ripple, we are looking to capture all financial activities within the digital payment space, with Medico as the world's best custodian and Ripple as the world's best in digital payments. This is paraphrased. This is huge, right? Like, listen, there's major strides being taken right now within the digital asset space. And Ripple and XRP are 100% at the forefront of this. When we talk about custody services, this is a game changer. And we even seen the official announcement from Medico. HSBC announced that it is working with Medico as it plans to launch a new digital assets custody service for institutional clients who invest in tokenized securities. The tokenized securities market is so damn vast. There is so much money here. And we even see tokenization of financial and real world assets is gaining momentum, bringing huge potential to drive significant cost efficiencies and new revenue streams for regulated financial institutions. Medico Harmonize remains the market leading institutional grade digital asset custody and orchestration platform, uniquely fit for the stringent requirements of top tier banks and global custodians. Guys, like, we are seriously witnessing the birth of an absolute massive asset class, and Ripple is at the forefront of this. Like, we could see this, like the digital economy of tomorrow that will touch every single aspect of life. This is Web3 as a whole, is going to be valued at more than $100 trillion in my opinion. I've talked about this in the past. There's absolutely no way that we don't get to that point, especially with all of the big players behind this. And we could actually see everything regarding Medico Harmonize. Like, this is their full-on approach. And we even see some quotes here from some very large players like BNP Paribas, for an example. This partnership represents a new milestone for us, allowing us to build a multi-asset, multi-provider platform, which will offer full connectivity across traditional and digital assets. Our objective is to offer our clients a single view of all these digital types of assets for complete transparency, greater operational efficiency, and risk management. And this was one of many quotes. Like, we are seeing some very, very large quotes here, and it's all regarding infrastructure for the institutional grade sector. I'm very, very excited for the future here, guys, especially as we know, like, Ripple has cornered this market perfectly. They realize what is at stake here for the future, especially as they do tap into the top tier banks and the institutions of tomorrow. And even in the full-on announcement of this new digital asset custody service, we got a few insights on just how disruptive this will be. So first off, as we look at HSBC, which I actually have this open over here as well, but we'll just take it from this article. So 62 countries and territories they are already tapped in with assets of roughly 3,000 billion on September 30th of 2023. HSBC is one of the world's largest banking and financial services organizations. If you guys actually don't know, so you guys are more than welcome to go check out some of these stats behind HSBC. So this is not fully updated. This is obviously 2022, but if you look at assets under management, there's only about roughly $595 billion. And I know that that is, again, an understatement, like only 595 billion. But this is just scratching the surface of the actual assets behind HSBC. If we scroll all the way to the top here, check this out. So it is the largest Europe-based bank by total assets, ahead of BNP Paribas. Full transparency, they're already tapped in with Medico. For those that don't know about BNP Paribas, like I said, I just went over this. They are an absolute giant as well. Like, you can actually see some of the stats behind this company. 2.67 trillion euros in 2022. But again, just like HSBC, this is just scratching the surface because these are total assets held by the bank. If we look at custody services, well, guess what? BNP Paribas is the 5th largest global custodian with over 13.6 trillion assets under custody. BNP Paribas' security services is the #1 European global custodian with a strong presence in Asia Pacific and Latin America. And in 2012, we expanded our business in the world's largest capital market, the US. And we even see that we are a multi-asset servicing specialist committed in helping our clients achieve their investment and cross-border distribution ambitions. Again, they're already tapped in with Medico. I already showed you guys that if we scroll to the bottom, we go to the first quote here, we see the head of digital assets at BNP Paribas talking about this and how they're tapped in already with Medico. Mind you, they have 13.6 trillion in assets under custody. Then HSBC has 10.8 trillion, or at least they had 10.8 trillion in 2021. And then also assets under administration, they have 4.9 trillion. These are absolute giant banks. I'm telling you right now, when we look at what Ripple is doing, they have cornered this market. And just like I showed you just recently, shout out to Flip the Chain, Brad Garlinghouse expects $10 trillion to come onto the XRP ledger from the custody digital asset market. Check this out.
The macro environment around custody digital assets is expected to be close to $10 trillion by the year 2030. And inevitably, people are going to need a place to store those assets, and safe, secure, and they're going to need to be able to transfer them as well, having good on and off ramps, even a tokenization engine, some of the work Ripple is doing around central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. So we think there's a lot of pieces that come together, and we already had, and I remember when you and I first spoke, I remember being on a call with one of the largest top 10 banks in the world, and a bank Ripple was already working with, and they were asking us about could we help them with their custody. This is prior to the Medico acquisition, and we weren't in a position to do that. And so when we think about that synergy, the ability to say to that existing Ripple customer, hey, here's a best in class, going head to head time and time again and winning on the custody level, to be able to bring that product to them, I think is a great opportunity for the two companies together. So there
you guys have it. I mean, they literally have the best in class technology here. And by the way, we are going to be hearing a little bit more about the custody in a tokenized economy from the CEO of Medico. I'm pretty sure that this is, I think that we started to hear from the CEO just a little bit already, but I'm going to be going really in depth on a few things regarding this because, guys, this is such a huge market. We already see some of the largest banks out there tapped in with Medico. Medico, in my opinion, is the secret sauce for Ripple because now Ripple has everything that they need in order for them to corner this massive opportunity. And I've been talking to you guys about it. Even recently, if we go to Ripple's profile, if we scroll down, I just included this in a video recently. I believe that it was this announcement. If we scroll down, we could see that Ripple has everything that they need in order for them to really kind of target the institutional grade sector, which was custody services, payment services, liquidity services. I can't find it in here, but basically they have everything that they need in order for them to offer the enterprise customers, the institutional grade customers, everything that they need in order for them to harness the power of this new digital economy that is rising. And I'm so damn excited to be able to look into this space, realize the opportunity that we have in front of us, and not get shaken out in the short term. Because listen, the short term does not matter, in my opinion. As long as you are focused and you are doing the research and you understand what is actually happening here, you will succeed. And I keep saying, like, things are happening faster than you can see because there's a lot of back end talk. There's a lot of things happening on the back end. You know, NDAs are in place. There's discussions, there's meetings, there's private meetings. There's things that we don't even know about yet. And, you know, when those do get announced, like this HSBC announcement, you know, it got posted so late in the day. And I was just like, this is crazy because it went live at around like 4 a.m. my time. So this was crazy. But again, this just shows you how deep and embedded Ripple is in the traditional financial scene with some of the largest heavy hitters out there. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.